First rules video. Hey everyone, I'm Mike Black and welcome to our official rules video. We are live on social media right now and I'm going over all the rules for this project. If you want to learn more about the rules, you can go to mikeblack.co/rules. So in this video, we're not just going over the rules, I'm also going to be covering all the questions that you have, a lot of the questions I've been asked about this project because there's a lot to cover. So to start off, rule number 1, I'm starting with nothing but a cell phone with internet, a cell phone charger, 1 pair of clothes, a bank account that is open with $0 in it. I won't have a place to live. I won't have belongings. I'll have PPE equipment. So it's still a pandemic, right? I have to be aware of that. So I'll have a mask, gloves, sanitizer, and some vitamin D just to keep my immune system up. I will also have a backpack to carry around camera equipment. So I have to constantly be updating everyone on what's going on, so I need a camera. I'm not allowed to sell anything that I start with, so I can't sell the camera. The purpose is so I can communicate with you all and create weekly videos on YouTube. So that's what I'll be starting with, that's it. That's all I'm starting with, nothing else. People have been asking though, you're draining your bank account to $0, like what's happening to that money? So that money's being placed into my business, Told Media, which is funding the production and marketing of this project. I will not be allowed to use any of that money personally. Again, it's just to fund the marketing and production of this project. Rule number 2, resources. I can't use any of my resources. Again, everything that I own will be placed in storage. One of the questions I've got is, how are you affording to pay for storage if you're starting with nothing? Always remember, I'm starting from scratch and everything external to the project is being covered by my business. So the storage costs will be covered by Told Media. My car will actually not be placed in storage. I will actually be giving that to one of our interns. Enter clip of, of Mancada in my car. And again, my personal bank account will be drained to $0. I won't have any money from the start. Rule number 3, my network. I'm cutting off everyone, my friends, my family, my mentors, all my connections. I cannot use any of my network to help me with anything related to getting on my feet and building a new business for the duration of the 12 months.
He is not going to have a good time doing this. He's not going to have a good time at all. I think that after 3 days, he's going to say, why did I put myself in this situation?
Now, what I can use my network for is anything in relation to marketing and producing this project. Again, that's external of what I'm doing, so I can still use my network for those types of things.
Am I gonna hit the $1 million, yes or no?
There's no way. There's no way, man.
Rule number 4, I have a new identity. Everyone that I meet will not know me or my background. They will know me as Scott. That's my middle name. My new name is Scott Black. I'm no longer going by Mike. I worked in a restaurant for 10 years. That's my new identity. Worked in a restaurant for 10 years. And I have no college degree. And I'm an aspiring videographer, which justifies anyone that sees me walking around shooting video. I'm going to create new social media accounts like LinkedIn, Facebook, etc. That will reflect this. So anyone I meet will get those new social accounts. Again, I want no unfair advantage, which is rule number 5. No unfair advantages. I will immediately cut off anyone that I meet during the duration of the 12 months that learns about my true identity or that learns about this project. I want to put myself in the situation of someone that's really starting from scratch. I don't want someone to meet me and find out about this YouTube channel and decide that they want to help me because they know about the YouTube channel. I don't want any of that. I really want to put myself in the situation of someone that's starting from scratch would not have those types of opportunities and people to help them. Now, there's a caveat to this rule. There's a caveat, right? Because there might be situations that are just like impossible to go around. So for example, if I end up living with people or doing something and I build a relationship and that relationship lasts, say 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then they find out about this project, I will use my best judgment to either continue the relationship or discontinue the relationship, especially with people I'm living with. It's gonna be really hard to hide my identity. Moving on to the next rule. Rule number 6, revenue. So the goal is to go from $0 to $1 million in 12 months. The revenue can only come from any money that I make during the duration of the project. That means if I panhandle and get 10 bucks, that means if I start a business and I make $500,000, another business make another 300,000, all of that counts towards the $1 million goal. What doesn't count towards the $1 million goal is any revenue generated from YouTube or external revenue. If we make revenue from the YouTube channel, that will be plowed back into production and marketing. It will not count towards the $1 million goal. Rule number 7, expenses. All of my personal expenses over the 12 months will only come out of my personal bank account with the $0 in it. So again, Told Media, my business, is not going to be paying for my living expenses. All of my living expenses will come out from my personal bank account, and any business bank accounts that I create from businesses I start during the project. Rule number 8, debt. At the beginning of the project, I cannot use any credit cards, loans, or any form of debt. I'm assuming that I have a really low credit score starting from scratch, and no one will lend me money. As I generate income, I will be allowed to get a credit card, and I will do research and, again, use my best judgment for what type of credit card limit a person with my bank account would be able to get. Rule number 9, what type of business I start. Now, I can make money however I choose, except I cannot start a business that is the same as any of the businesses I've started previously, like Told Media. It has to be a business that I don't have experience in running. So I will not be starting another software development business. I also cannot make money freelancing using my skill set of product development, hiring developers, managing developers. That would be an unfair advantage. Rule number 10, health insurance and phone. So I currently pay for my health insurance and phone bill through my business Told Media. So to make this project as realistic as possible, I will take out $200 every month out of my personal account. $100 a month will come out for my phone bill, and $100 a month will come out for my health insurance. Now I'm assuming that starting where I'm at with this project, my healthcare would only be $100 a month because I would be really low income. So the government would assist, and I will increase that bill over time as I make more money and would have to pay for it maybe through my business. I'm just not willing to get rid of my health insurance doing all this. I also don't know if that's even legal. So I'm just gonna make an educated guess, and we're gonna deduct $200 every single month. So now I wanna talk about when I might break the rules. The first is I do have a girlfriend, and I'm not willing to just cut her off for 12 months. So she can't drive me anywhere, she can't make me food, she can't help me in any way, and she's very well aware of that. But again, that is one time I will break the rules. The second caveat is my company, Told Media. I run a development agency called Told Media. I'm leaving that company to go do this, but it's kind of running itself. I'm still doing check-ins with clients. So I will still, that is someone in my network that I will still talk to. I will still have some team meetings as well as checking in with clients, because I don't want my business to just totally go under while I'm working on this project, and I have people that I have commitments to. So I will be spending a couple hours a week working on my business Told Media. I do currently mentor a lot of entrepreneurs. I have mentoring commitments that I will still fulfill. Those will be people that I still talk to within my network that I'm mentoring. Again, we will never talk about anything related to the project. Number 3 is my network. I'm not gonna be leveraging my network, but there are 2 people that are currently in my network that I might communicate with later in the project for a very specific reason. I also might not though. But if I do decide to communicate with them, you will be made aware, and it will make a lot of sense as to why these 2 individuals would be the only exception to the network rule. Number 4, and the final reason I might break the rules, is COVID. Again, it's still a global pandemic. Cases are at an all-time high right now in Texas. They're really blowing up. So it's very possible, just like anyone else, I could catch COVID. Or someone that I'm living with might catch COVID. And I do not want to spread COVID to anyone else. So if this does happen, I might have to break some of the rules and use money from an outside source of this project to maybe rent an Airbnb and just stay there until I don't have any symptoms and I'm not contagious anymore. Because the last thing I'd want to do is get anyone sick because of this project. So now I want to answer some more questions that I've been asked, and I'm going to check out, I'm actually live streaming right now, I'm going to check out some of those questions. They're just a couple because they're all very similar. So I'll just read off a couple here. So one of the questions is, can I use your car? I need a vehicle. No, you cannot use my car. Mancada gets my car.
My life be like, yeah.
Okay, this I've been getting a lot. You already know how to build a successful business, so you already have an advantage right there. Yes, that is correct. I already do know how to build a business, and that's why this is hopefully adds a lot of value to people. I'm gonna be able to share a lot of those things that I've already learned from a lot of failures and a lot of hard work that I put into my business. Again, I cannot start the same business. It'll be a different business. And there's a lot of things that I don't know that I'll have to learn. Someone had mentioned in comment and said, you hired a whole production team to do this? Really? Okay, bro. Yes, I hired a production team. I don't know how to produce content. I've never done it before. And I don't want to be building a new business while editing content and learning how to do all this. So I'm delegating that to other people that are very, very good at what they do, so we can produce the best videos possible. Someone said, the experiment won't be accurate because you still have a safety net due to your success, stocks, and credit rating. So they probably didn't know all the rules, but they have a good point with like the safety net. Like if this all went terrible, yes, I do have things that I can fall back on. So I guess it puts me in a different mental state. I thought it was funny that he mentioned stocks, just assuming I have stocks. I actually own no stocks except for one stock, SRTY. I lost $40,000 on that investment. So I actually lost a lot of money in the stock market. But I think it's funny that it was assumed that I own stocks. So I guess I got to wrap up now. Okay, so it's really important to note that I'm still leading the marketing initiatives for this project. So any podcasts that I go on, any interviews that I have to do, I am going to try to dedicate one day a week to communicating with you guys, going on podcasts, etc. But I'm not going to leverage any of those relationships to help me with the project. I'm only going to be doing those things to get more viewership on the project so we can hopefully help more people. So that pretty much covers all the rules. Again, if you want to... I'm not good at ending these videos. If anyone's watched our YouTube video, you know how bad I am at ending these videos. Do you guys have any suggestions? So I hope that answers all the questions that you've been asking me on social media. I'm so excited for this project. Again, if you want to learn more about the rules, you can go to mikeblack.co/rules. They're all there. I'm excited to get started. Thank you so much for watching.